Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to What's on Tap podcast, your weekly podcast for random beer reviews.
Are they really random?
They're kind of random.
I feel like they're carefully curated.
Do you think so?
Maybe not today.
All right.
I'm your host, Martin.
I am your other host, Stefan.
And other host. That's another word for founder that I haven't heard before.
Well, we're two hosts on the show. We each play our roles here. And today we got two fine beers. We each brought our own beer. Battle of the Beers. Who thinks going to win this episode?
Don't make this the Battle of the Beers. I was just going to say, I think I definitely brought the worst of the two beers.
All right, well, that remains to be seen.
But it is a beer that stands out in its weirdness.
But it's also two beers from
the Netherlands.
Exactly. So we have a head-to-head Netherlands beer challenge from Kees and to Moersleutel. And we'll see. Two breweries enter. Only one
collaboration. They probably made a collaboration. I haven't checked.
So first up, we have Kees Barrel Project 19.11, dark barley wine aged on what? Knockando malt barrels.
Knockando. They're Scottish. Maybe it's Knockando. Knockando.
Yeah, sure.
Knockando.
Sure.
Yeah. We actually Googled it because I have no idea what Knockando barrels were. They're a Speyside whiskey distillery in Scotland.
And this is Simcoe, Crystal Chocolate Pale Ale Malt, and it is barrel aged. Comes in at a really light 10% ABV. Oof. It's got I don't know what that means. An EBU of 55 and an EBC of 35.
That's color.
All right, there you go.
It's dark.
It is dark. It is very dark. And it smells
like turpentine.
It does smell like paint thinner a little bit.
It's getting more heat. It's more going towards wood. Like
I get kind of like a mixture of like cherry and barrel aging.
No.
You know? It's like a maraschino. You know what maraschino cherries are?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a maraschino cherry, like a cherry aged in liquor.
That's a good aroma.
Yeah, it could be.
Let's see what this actually tastes like. Cheers.
Maybe almond, kind of.
That's also good.
Yeah, so...
Turpentine is the worst of the words we've used.
I think the turpentine comes off first because it's just such an overwhelming flavor. And then once you kind of like let your palate adjust to it, it is kind of like these sweet notes that you can pull out.
So cherry and almond are still very much prevalent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not like creek or like cherry skins or pits, but like if you're just eating a fresh cherry, or maraschino cherry, which is like pickled in liquor, kind of.
Right. There's some marzipan that goes hand in hand with the almonds.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
I was afraid when you first smell it, it's just kind of like, this is going to be a wild adventure of something going on. But when you drink it, it's not boozy. It's very light. It's very drinkable. It's got a lot of sweet characters to it.
Yeah.
But it's not really kind of pushing in one direction or another.
No. The cherry and wood lingers a lot in the aftertaste, but
yeah.
I would never have guessed that this was whiskey barrel aged.
Yeah, I don't know what the Knockando malt barrels bring to it. And when you say Speyside, I think
that's quite mild.
Peat smoked.
No. Speyside isn't peat.
It's not.
You're thinking more of Islay. That's definitely peat. Speyside is the western coast, so it is the coast towards Islay. But I wouldn't say Speyside is known for peated and smoky.
Oh, I thought Speyside whiskeys were peated and smoky.
We will investigate this in another episode.
If only there was some way to tell. Alas,
some kind of mystical device that would.
That knowledge eludes us and can never be looked up or gained.
We would have to find the World Encyclopedia. You buy it in 22 different segments.
Yeah, and unfortunately, my subscription fell out. I got up to R, and then it.
Now
I didn't have the money to complete the series.
I bought W to get whiskey, but this is in S, space side.
Damn it.
Damn it.
All right, so what would you give this?
It's difficult. I think a 375.
Wow, you are extremely kind. Because I think it's not bad. It's okay. But it doesn't excite me, and I have absolutely no reason to ever return to this beer.
No.
So I will give it a 325.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
I really don't know what to say about this one.
Moving on.
More fun.
We have the Moersleutel Double Roast Kieni Imperial Coffee Stout with coffee from Coffee Collective in Denmark. And the coffee is the Kieni Espresso. The origins is Kenya. The process is washed. The varieties are SL28, SL34, Rerule, and Botane. Altitude is 18 meters. Flavor profile: black currant, blueberry flowers, and rich, oily finish. That's the coffee description. Okay, that has nothing to do with how the beer may actually turn out. It's just letting you know that is the coffee style that was used and the flavorings that you might get from the coffee. This comes at 10% ABV, and it says, do not age this beer. It is best when drink fresh, which is no surprise.
No.
Because the Moersleutel does not make beers that you should age out. They drink beers that you should drink, and I think this is one of those.
I think so too.
How does it smell?
A little bit like berries and fruits, maybe.
I'm definitely getting coffee on the nose.
Yeah. A little bit sweet.
Yeah.
A little bit chocolatey.
What I like about Kenyan coffees, so if you're into coffees and you know the geographical designations of the coffees you're getting from, for me, and when you look at say African coffees, Kenyan, Ethiopian, a lot of grass notes, a lot of light berry flavors, a little more on the acidic side. Whereas if you look at say South American coffees, you're getting more chocolate, more hazelnut, a little bit more like earth tones from them.
Cool.
And I'm much more into the Kenyan, Ethiopian style coffee. So I really like those brighter strawberry, grassy kind of notes in the coffees themselves. And my girlfriend, she has horrible taste in coffee, and she likes those earthy tones from the South American regions.
Yeah, she's just the worst.
She is. She does not have great taste in coffee, unfortunately. But you love them for their faults anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
You're sleeping on the couch.
That is really good. I have to say, this is one of the better coffee stouts I've had in a while.
It actually has a lot of these. You said the can didn't say strawberries at all.
No,
it said blueberries and stuff.
Blueberry flowers, blackcurrant, a rich, oily finish.
But as you said strawberries, and I'm now getting a slight strawberry, a nice strawberry twang to it.
Yeah, I would say this has a lot of really floral coffee notes to it. I've had a couple of other Moersleutel, like so we had the double chocolate one, right?
Yep.
And we said this does not taste like double chocolate. There's like no chocolate on this beer at all.
Right.
I had the double coffee, and I was just like, this is the least coffee beer I've had in quite some time.
Yeah.
This beer really captures the coffee, and it doesn't go into the sour tannin that you can sometimes get with the coffee beers.
I completely agree. For once, a beer gives what it promises.
Yeah. This is really rich base stout with a wonderful, really luscious coffee addition. Mm-hmm. This is probably one of the better coffee stouts I've had in quite some time.
I would agree. I could have gone for a little bit more mouthfeel. Was this 10% ABV?
It is.
Yeah, it's a little watery and light for that ABV, but it's not bad.
No.
The mouthfeel is probably the only thing I would complain about.
Yeah. No, I see where you get there. But I think the aftertaste is so warm and roasty and like if you love coffee, you're going to love this beer. It is a definition of a coffee stout.
Yeah. The very trailing end of the aftertaste is too bitter. But that's exactly when you are kind of going for your next sip.
Mm-hmm. And there's a bit of a chocolatey note to it from the malts that they're using. But I think it really hits all of those notes for me.
Yeah. And now the Moersleutel is moving up even more on our list of most reviewed breweries in the history of this show.
Let's just say it won't be the last time we see them in our advent calendar.
No, I need to counteract this by only bringing Driefonteinen beers forever.
Oh, nice! Yeah, I will not say no to that.
Well, we'll make this into the Driefonteinen show. No, but I sometimes skip bringing beers from certain breweries because we've had them so much on the show. I would never say no to you bringing the Moersleutel because you're now my the Moersleutel connection.
Yeah, being on the guild and getting that box of rare stuff.
Yeah. But this isn't even from the guild box.
No, this I picked up in Brussels.
Nice.
So this is just an extra, plus kind of fun beer.
I would have guessed that this one came from the guild box.
I would have too. It's so good. I'm kind of sad that it's not, and I really hope it doesn't show up in the next guild box.
Uh-oh.
So we'll see what happens. But if I get it again, will not be disappointed. It is really good. And honestly, I think it kind of speaks to Coffee Collective in Denmark and what great coffees they do and how good they do. All right. So what do you give this?
4.25.
I am actually going to give it a 4.5.
I had a slight feeling that I was going to give this the lower rating.
Yeah, I just think it's really, really quite nice.
I'll give it a strong 4.25.
Yeah, no, I'm quite happy with a 4.5 on this one. I think it's if you love coffee beers, you're really going to enjoy this. I think if it had a richer mouthfeel, it'd probably be a 4.75, maybe even a 5, because it's really hitting all of those notes that you're looking for me anyway. Okay. Anything else?
I've run out of things to say. I would never have guessed it could happen.
You know, eventually we all reach our breaking point.
Yeah.
And this is that moment for this episode. So you can find us online at what'sontappodcast.com, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, what else? Facebook.
Yeah.
And wherever you can find fine quality podcasts, you can find What's on Tap. So until next time,
keep drinking, you dum-dums.